Hey guys, so today I'm going to give a review of a cigar, and this is going to be a Cuban cigar. It's called the H. Upmann Epicures. Alright, so this brand is called H. Upmann. It is a very famous Cuban cigar brand. Originally it was started in 1843. Yes, this is one of the oldest cigar brands, and yeah, they still make them. The company is Habanos, one of the biggest cigar companies in Cuba. So yeah, they export them everywhere except for the US, right, because of the Cuban embargo. But yeah, this brand has a lot of history. Most notably, a lot of politicians like John F. Kennedy and Winston Churchill like to smoke H. Upmanns. So yeah, it's a fairly historic cigar brand. You guys can see, yeah, this is most cigar brands have this little band, and H. Upmann is no exception here. And this particular one is called the Epicure, which they've been selling, I think, since, I don't know, 40s or 50s or something. They've been selling this model for a while. So it's a small one, so it's better for this video because I can smoke it quicker. Usually, if you have the big size cigars, you know, it takes like an hour, right? Don't have time for that for smoking in a video. So yeah. And people might be asking, what's so different about Cuban cigars? Why are they so luxury compared to other cigars? It's because Cuba has the optimal environment for growing tobacco, which makes tobacco from Cuba, people say tobacco from Cuba tastes the best because that's like the optimal temperature and climate and the environment for growing tobacco. But you know, I've seen people say Dominican Republic, who also makes a lot of cigars, also tastes just as good as Cuba, so who knows. But anyways, Cuban cigars have this reputation for being, you know, luxurious, at least within the cigar industry, considered very luxurious because of where they grow them. Also, difference between cigars and cigarettes, if you guys don't know, cigarettes are smaller usually and they're filtered. Cigars, usually bigger. This is actually not even the full size. The full size is something like this, right? Cigars usually much bigger than cigarettes, and they are not filtered. They're actually pure tobacco. But the difference is you actually don't inhale the smoke from a cigar. You just you kind of suck it into your mouth and just hold it in your mouth, so you don't inhale it. In some ways, it's considered healthier than cigars, but we're talking relative here because tobacco is never healthy. But relatively speaking, yes, it's healthier than cigarettes because you're not inhaling it into your lungs and you're not smoking them as often. So because cigars are pure tobacco, when you're sucking it into your mouth, you're really tasting the flavor of the tobacco leaf. That's why it's so important where the tobacco came from, right? It has to be good quality tobacco, and people say that Cuba actually has the optimal environment for making the best tobacco plants. The best tobacco leaves come from there, and a lot of Cuban cigars are hand rolled as well, which adds to the flavor, because hand rolled cigars have a different, if they have a good technique, right, they can make it taste a bit different than machine rolled cigars. So they can make it like more nuanced and everything. So yeah, I think that's for all those reasons that's why a lot of people prefer Cuban cigars, right? They're hand rolled. They're supposed to have some of the best tobacco, maybe the best tobacco growing conditions, and yeah, the difference between different cigars really is the quality of the tobacco leaf, right? And therefore the flavors that you get out of the smoke in your mouth. And the Epicures are kind of like a smaller version of a cigar. It's not quite as small as a mini cigar, but it's definitely smaller than normal cigar. For example, this is a full-size cigar. This is a Gurkha, and here is the H. Upmann Epicures by comparison. And these big cigars, these are the normal size cigars that most people know, but these take a while to smoke. Like, they take like an hour to smoke. So I'm not going to smoke that for this video. I'm just going to smoke the H. Upmann Epicures because these will take maybe like 20 minutes, I think. So it's definitely not as, it doesn't take as much time. So yeah, I usually don't do these kind of videos because, like, I don't smoke that often. It's only sometimes, occasionally, you know, special occasions with friends and stuff. But I thought I might make this video just for fun. I don't really do these kind of videos. And yeah, I'm gonna give you guys my impressions of this cigar. I have smoked a few Cuban cigars in my life. I've smoked the Romeo y Julietas, Monte Cristos, Cohibas. You know, being Canadian, we've actually had access to Cuban cigars for a while, compared to Americans, right? Americans have only recently had access to Cuban cigars, but Canadians, we've had access to Cuban cigars for a while. But anyways, give you guys my opinion on the H. Upmann Epicures. These guys, by the way, I think there's about 25 of them I have. Cost about $130 US. So yeah, that's roughly how much it was. About 25 of them for $130 US. By the way, guys, I do think that if you're going to smoke, it is nice to pair it with a drink as well. I think the best pairing for a cigar would be like a nice whiskey or a cognac, right? So like I'm talking higher end whiskey like a Scotch, or the Japanese whiskey like a Yamazaki or something, or you know, like a nice Hennessy or Remy Martin or something. But you know, I don't have that kind of drink right now, and that's for really special occasions. So I'm just gonna have a smoke right now. Alright, so first off, I do have a Zippo lighter. Zippo lighters are all made in the US. They're pretty iconic for their like clicking sound, right? You open it up, it makes that nice clicking sound, and a lot of people know Zippo lighters because of that. And also have Zippo lighter fluid, so we can get started. Gotta put in the fluid into the lighter. So actually, like this. This is dangerous, guys. Don't play around with lighter fluid. Lighter fluid is very dangerous usually, but now we gotta. Just gotta put it into the lighter. Alright. Okay, I think that's a decent amount. Alright. Put it back into the shell right here. These are all made in Bradford, Pennsylvania, by the way, Zippo lighters. And they've been made that way for many, many decades. Alright, so now we have Zippo lighter, and we got a cigar. This is a humidor, by the way. It's meant to keep cigars at the optimal temperature. So if you're a fan of cigars, do invest in a humidor, okay? They're going to keep your cigars in a good temperature, and you can keep them for a long time if you can keep them at the right temperature in a humidor. Alright, so we have a cigar cutter. This is what you use to cut cigars with. So yeah, by the way, you hold a cigar, this is a little band here, so you just got to cut it right near the band, right like this. Okay, so that's how you do it. Okay, so we're going to just light the cigar like this. So the fire going. Okay, so now Zippo lighter. So usually Zippo lighters will stay lit up as long as you have the lighter fluid in there. So as long as there's enough lighter fluid, it will stay lit up like this, which is nice. So yeah, I basically hold it by the band, and then I just put it near the fire and just roll it around like this. So this is a small cigar, so I don't need to do it too much. If it's a bigger cigar like the Gurkhas, you're gonna need to do this for yeah, roughly a minute. It's gonna take some time, but this is pure tobacco, you know, so it will definitely, you know, get lit up. Okay, I'm gonna close the fire. Okay, and there you go. This cigar is now all lit up. And again, small cigar, so it's gonna take like 20 minutes or something to smoke this one. Yeah, that's why I don't like the big ones. Really take an hour, so you you gotta be prepared for that. Trick with this cigar is you don't breathe in the smoke, of course. You basically just taste the smoke, hold it in your mouth, and get an idea what the tobacco tastes like, right? The thing with Cuban cigars is why they're so famous is because the growing conditions in Cuba is really good for tobacco, meaning that a lot of really good tobacco comes from Cuba. So hence why you have a lot of famous cigar brands from Cuba. Basically, how you smoke a cigar: suck it in, hold it into your mouth. Just hold the smoke in your mouth and then blow it out after. Don't inhale it. That's also why they're not quite as addictive as cigarettes because you don't smoke them that often, right? And they don't have a filter or anything. But again, you don't inhale the smoke either. So definitely, while cigars can be addictive, they're generally not as addictive as cigarettes, I find. Yeah, and I definitely don't smoke cigars that often. Just once in a while. And for this video, I definitely wanted to show you guys these Cuban cigars, which are really nice. Good Cuban cigars, they have a really natural, earthy taste to them. So yeah, again, if you guys have ever smoked any Cuban cigars, but some people can tell the difference between the different brands. For me, good Cuban cigars always taste like very, very natural, I would say, for lack of a better word. Very natural, like you can like taste like the plant, the soil it came from, basically. Very earthy taste. So of course, if you want to smoke these faster, you just puff on them more. If you puff on them more, it'll basically go faster. Like that. Nice. Oh. On a nice summer night like this, it's a good time to smoke, I think. Or if you just want to like chill down, relax. Oh man, pretty good taste. I mean, H. Upmanns are probably pretty good. They're one of my favorites. I also like Monte Cristos too, but H. Upmanns are always pretty good. Especially these mini cigars, because they really don't take a lot of time. The thing is, when you smoke a big cigar, it's like an investment, right? You gotta take an hour off of your day to do that. With mini cigars, it's not like a huge time investment or anything. Of course, the higher quality cigars also taste very smooth, refined. Now, I haven't smoked cigarettes really. I don't smoke cigarettes, but really good cigars taste really smooth to me. I'm not sure if cigarettes taste similar or not, but yeah, good cigars taste really smooth. This smooth and earthy taste, very refined, I guess. Yeah, hard to describe really. Cool in Vancouver, you can do weed or tobacco. And you can choose, but they're very different, of course. Generally, weed is not as addictive as tobacco is. Tobacco is probably more harmful, I would say. So most people choose to do weed. And it's the popular thing for younger kids, and it's younger people. I get that, and it's also relaxes you more, probably better than tobacco does. So I think weed is probably better, but you know, it's always good to have a nice tobacco once in a while. But it's definitely, you know, weed is probably the better way to go if you care about not getting addicted in your health. And of course, smoking hurts your lungs a lot. I'd probably say I do weed a bit more than tobacco because of that, right? Because tobacco does hurt your lungs more. But once in a while is good. yeah, once in a while smoking a cigar is nice. Not every day, but all the time, once in a while. Especially in a nice, cool summer night like this, get some friends over, have some drinks, and then yeah, get a cigar going. Yes. Okay. This one's going fast. It's going fast. Yeah, basically that's how you do it. You just suck it in, hold it in, breathe it out. For me, it's a decent way to release stress. Smoking like any cigar or weed or anything, good way to release stress. Just yeah, don't do it too much. So this is from Havana, Cuba. It's the capital of Cuba. Now the thing is, the U.S. actually does sell like the same brand names as the Cuban cigars. Like they sell Romeo and Julietas, they sell Monte Cristos, they Chamas, but it's not made in Cuba because of the embargo against Cuba. So like it was the Dominican Republic, I think, or Haiti that makes them. Yeah, it's not really Cuba, but they have the same brand names, which is interesting. It's the same thing with Havana rum, right? Havana Club rum. It's made by a different company in the U.S. because of, be related to the Cuban export embargo, right? So it's yeah. So Bacardi, same thing, right? They had to set up a new U.S. branch and stuff, and Havana Club had to do it. So it's interesting. The U.S. is basically they had to make a different company basically had to make it under the same brand names. Thankfully, here in Canada, we don't have any embargoes against Cuba, so we get the real thing, the real deal. Almost done. It goes down really nice and smooth, actually. Yeah, these are pretty good. I mean, if you guys are looking for a smaller size cigar, doesn't take that long to smoke, still goes down really smooth, try the H. Upmann Epicures. I think these are really nice. Yeah, so it's, again, about 25, yeah, I think it's 25 cigars for like around 130 bucks US, so. Yeah, it's a nice set. Of course, it's not something you do all the time, so it will last a while if you keep it in the humidor, and then, you know, make sure it's properly stored away. Then, yeah, you can smoke these cigars, keep them for quite a bit, and just smoke them every once in a while. It's fine. Special occasions and stuff. Basically, you smoke them at the same special occasions you would like bust out your Baijiu, your Maltai, your Hennessy, your Remy Martins, your Glenfiddich, right? Your Yamazakis. The same kind of occasions you bust out the special drinks, you would also bust out the Cuban cigars. So again, not all the time, unless you're rich, but once in a while, special occasions, bust them out, right? Special occasion. Why not? Alright, so it's pretty much almost done, but I just wanted to show you guys my impressions, I guess, in reaction to smoking a Cuban cigar like the H. Upmann Epicures. Yeah, I think these are pretty nice. They're small, so they don't take as long to smoke as a bigger cigar or a regular size cigar. And they still have the really nice, smooth, refined taste that people associate with Cuban cigars. So it's a nice Cuban cig. All right. So guys, let me know if you have any questions about the smoking Cuban cigars, smoking cigs, whatever. H. Upmann's. Any questions about that? Let me know. But otherwise, I think every once in a while you bust out the Cuban cigs. Yeah, collect and then get out some nice drinks and stuff. Then it's really good for like some nice special occasions and stuff. So yeah, I think it's pretty nice. So that's it. The H. Upmann Epicures, in my experience with these cigars. Thanks for watching. Yeah, one more thing is once you're done with these cigs, just be sure to properly put them out, because, you know, just like with cigarettes, if you don't put them out properly, they might start a fire. So make sure that you properly snub them out. Make sure they don't cause any fire or anything. So, you know, just safety things, right? Safety things.